You lack financial confidence. Now, you may be thinking you're not earning enough money. And so this is why you never can keep enough money. And that is often not the case. You may also be thinking, oh, I'm just not good with money. And this is why I always have money problems. And that too may not be the case. The truth is you are a CEO who's operating your growing business without trusting yourself financially, without financial confidence. You see, money in itself, it is just a tool, and it is truly in abundance. Like literally, they print it and or burn it every single day. And so money is not the issue. It is you. You are struggling to trust yourself to make powerful financial decisions as a CEO. And this is why you lack financial confidence as that same CEO. So what do you do about it? Well, I'm going to tell you exactly why it's happening and what to do about it. Let's talk about it. Hi, everyone. I am Dr. Octavia Conner, CEO of Say Yes to Profits, a virtual CFO and accounting firm for 7- and 8-figure service-based CEOs who are ready to turn their top-line revenue into their bottom-line profit and then turn that profit into wealth. Welcome to another episode. If you're new here, hey girl, hey, let me know in the comments. All right. So let me ask you a question to start. Do you ever find yourself over-analyzing decisions you already know you need to make? What am I talking about? Decisions like who needs to be released from your team because they are draining your payroll, or decisions such as who you need to hire and bring on to help you because they've already proven that they can, but you hesitate. Or do you hesitate to raise your prices even though you know it is past time to do so? I have a whole episode on that too, right? Here's what's happening when all of those are taking place, right? You already know what you must do in each of those situations. Like you can feel it, but you also feel a lot of fear that comes up. And so instead of moving, you sit with that decision. You revisit that decision over and over again. You question that decision, and you often delay making the decision. And so over time, that very same decision, it starts to cost you cash flow and erode your profit. And listen, when you operate in this exact manner as a CEO, you are operating from a place of fear and not certainty, and definitely not confidence. And hear me clearly, you will never fully say yes to profits if you do not trust yourself to make money decisions as your business grows. You may bring in more money, but you may not be able to keep more money. You may bring in more money and you may not be receiving a consistent salary. You may bring in more money and it's going out to everywhere because you do not fully trust yourself. And here's the thing. I have worked with thousands of women CEOs who are generating millions of dollars and beyond. But when it comes to their finances, something just always feels off. And like internally, you may be saying things like, I just want to be very careful. I do not want to make the wrong move. I need to think about this just a little longer. Or my favorite one, not really. I need to ask my husband, my fiance, my spouse, my daddy, etc., etc. Have you ever said that? Here's the thing. If you've ever said any of those when making a business-related decision, it is hurting you more than helping you. Matter of fact, let me know in the comments and be honest. If you've ever made any of those statements when it's time to make a business-related decision. This is a no judgment podcast. And after doing this accounting, financial management, CFO stuff for 23 years, there is nothing I have not heard of. right? This is why I created the Profit Leak Diagnostic to help CEOs just like you rebuild your financial confidence with ease. Like literally, it takes 10 minutes to take this test to see where you stand in multiple different areas and identify what you must do to fix it. And so you want to click the link in the description to take the test today. I highly recommend it. You can also go to diagnostic.sayyesToProfits.com. Now, if you've ever made those statements, okay, here's what's happening. On the surface, it may seem like you're cautious, you're wise, and you're mature, and you're responsible as the CEO. But what is actually happening is a huge lack of confidence underneath the surface. And it has everything to do with the limiting belief you probably don't even know you have. And so what is that limiting belief? Well, listen, you may be saying things like, I just want to make sure I'm making the right financial decisions for my business. And that is not a wrong statement. But here's what you're really saying. I am not fully confident in my ability to make the right financial decision right now. And that is what is driving the delay. That is why you sit on the decision you already know you need to make. That is why you revisit the numbers, the options, and the decisions over and over again. And then you look up and you're in the same position you were in a few months or worse, a year ago. That is because at the core, it is not the decision itself. It is about whether you trust you to make the decision. And then that limiting belief and that thought gets even deeper. And so next, you may start to say things, or you may think things like, if I get this wrong, I am not a wise, mature, and responsible CEO. Like, do I really know what I am doing? And so now every decision feels stressful and heavier than it actually is. And instead of you moving with financial clarity, control, and confidence, you slow yourself down, trying to protect what you have built. And in doing that, hear me clearly, you are also limiting your business capability of producing at the level that it can. And so again, this is because you do not fully trust yourself to make the right decision. And that is the belief that we're now going to break. And so now the question may become, well, how do I break that limiting belief? Well, I'm glad you asked. I hear you talk to me, right? You want to do 3 specific actions, which I'm going to break down. And you want to ensure you easily understand your business's performance. And so here's the thing. This is where the perform pillar comes in, right? The perform pillar is one of 5 Say Yes to Profit pillars that all of our CFO clients implement when they come on board. And the perform pillar in itself is about how your money actually performs based on your revenue, cash flow, and profit. And so the perform pillar answer questions such as, is the business performing the way I expect it to? Is my cash flow aligned with my strategy? Are my decisions producing the results I planned for them to produce? And listen, when you answer these questions strategically, a beautiful thing happens. You begin to build financial confidence. And this is where you stop guessing, you stop hoping, you stop waiting, and you begin making decisions from a place of confidence and not emotions. And when you can clearly see how your money is performing, you stop operating with fear. You start making decisions from data. And that is where, again, you build financial confidence. Is that clear? Does that make sense? Okay. So to ensure your business perform well as a CEO, you also must take 3 practical but powerful actions immediately to strengthen your financial confidence. So action number 1, you want to increase your financial visibility. Here's the thing. You cannot trust what you cannot see. And if you cannot see it, you're not going to trust yourself. And so right now, many CEOs are relying on their bank balance to make decisions. And that is not the correct way to operate your business. That is survival mode. That's not proactive, profitable business CEO mode. You need clear visibility into your cash flow, your profit, and your revenue. Your bank balance only shows you what has come in. It's not going to give you the ultimate view on what is coming in and what is going out. And see, when you have clarity into all areas of your business, it removes confusion. And when confusion is removed, confidence increases. This is why our CFO clients have a profit performance dashboard that they can access 24/7, 365 by the click of a button, right? This gives them real-time financial visibility into their business's position, right? Their profit performance dashboard is updated every day. I never want a CFO client to have to answer questions about their money, and the answer is, I don't know. Oh, absolutely not. We don't play that over here. Like, you need to know where you stand at all times, okay? So that's number one. Number two, start making smaller decisions faster, okay? Confidence is not built by waiting. Understand that. It is built by moving, right? Right now, you are holding decisions too long. And so I want you to shift your approach and start making smaller, intentional decisions faster. Like, you can adjust your price right now, just one price. You could review one expense and decide to eliminate it, to decrease it, or leave it as it is, or increase it. You can make one hiring decision today that you know and you feel deep down is going to help you, right? Make the money move today. So what is the decision? Let me know in the comments what you know you need to do right now. And here's the thing. Understand that every time you make a decision and see the outcome, you reinforce trust in yourself. And that's what it's all about. You got it good? Yes, yes? All right. So number three, you want to lead with data and not emotions. Okay. So here's the thing. Let me be perfectly clear. Your emotions are real, but they should not be used to make your financial decisions, right? They cannot be the driver of what you do in your business, right? And here's the thing. Before you make the next move, here's what I want you to do. Pause and ask yourself a few things. Number one, what do my numbers actually say? Number two, what is the projected outcome of this decision? Number three, is this decision aligned with my plan, my profit, and my goals, or is it driven by fear and emotions? Ask yourself that. And this is how you shift from being a reactive to a proactive, profitable CEO when you ask yourself these questions. This is how you become a CEO who leads with financial confidence. And here's what I want you to understand, okay? Financial confidence is not something you wait to feel, because if you do, you're never going to feel it. It is something you build through structure, through visibility, and consistent decision making. And the more you see, the more you decide. And the more you decide based on the data, the more you trust yourself. And the more you trust yourself, the easier it becomes to say yes to profits, because you are fully operating with the ultimate financial clarity, control, and confidence rather than fear. Does that make sense? Now, before I get out of here, I want you to check yourself, okay? Are you delaying a financial decision right now? Ask yourself that. Is there something you already know needs to be handled? Ask yourself that. And if you answer yes, this is your sign. What you need now is more clarity to move with confidence. And again, that is exactly why I created the Profit Leak Diagnostic. This will help you quickly identify what is actually going on in your business so that you stop second guessing and start deciding. Okay? We're making money moves with this. All right. So take the Profit Leak Diagnostic today by going to diagnostic.sayyesToProfits.com. It literally takes 10 minutes. You'll get your results immediately. And then I recommend that you use the clarity from that to make decisions that you're sitting on right now. Okay. Yes, yes. Let me know in the comments if you're going to make the money move now. Okay. So if this episode has been helpful, be sure to give us a great rating, no matter where you're listening or watching us from. Like it. Follow, share, subscribe, send it to someone who you know needs financial confidence, okay? This is Dr. Octavia Conner. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. And until next time, say yes to profits, everyone. Toodles. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Say Yes to Profits podcast. Now it is time for you to make money moves. Take action based on what you learn. Now see you on the next episode. Say Yes to Profits. Toodles.